PHA pronounced as per. That's correct. I'm wrong. But PH is there. So I respect Bhante. That's the contribution of the matured, senior, and experienced Bhantes. Thank you very much. Yes. So that's how we learn, no? We go ahead. And if we think that we are perfect, that is the beginning of our decline. Yeah, okay. So we have today the noxious trio. So this is a word or term or phrase coined by the scholars in English. Noxious. What do you mean by the word noxious? Bad, evil, or detrimental, harmful, not good, bad. Trio means three. Why it is known as three? Because there are three. Yeah. So, Lobha, Dosa, Moha. Greed, hatred, and delusion. So, is it only with, available in the minds of Buddhists? Buddhist followers?
Universal.
Yeah, in short. It has no religion, ethnicity, any territorial demarcation, and irrespective of caste, creed, nationals, everybody has it. At different levels. Different levels. Lobha, Dosa, Moha. These are the three mental unwholesome roots according to Moola Sutta. What's the Sutta? Moola. Moola means root, source, beginning. These three mental defilements, or we call kilesas, klesha, Pali, Sanskrit, kilesas, cause problems. Problems where? Problems in speech, verbal action, problems in bodily actions, and problems in mental actions. There are only three actions. Everybody has it. I have only two. No, also three. Everybody. Yeah. Today I want you to read. So I have a few slides. Okay. So I want the sisters to read it first. Okay. You listen, huh? They are talking. Yes. Ladies first, no? No such a thing. Obscure. Obscure means cover, veil. Okay? Overwhelm. Wisdom. And lead to unethical actions, immoral actions, bad actions, mental, verbal, bodily actions, threefold actions. So when you read this, Lobha, you should drop Lobha, not Lobha. Lobha. Okay. Greed, Dosa, Moha, delusion. They are the three unwholesome roots. Okay. Continue, please. Three poisons. That's English, huh? Three poisons. Yeah. So what is wrong with that word, poison? Yeah, poison. If that is poison, it's very easy for us to remove, no? Yeah. Easy, no? Comparatively easy, you can remove. And if you have let's say, for example, a powerful medicine, or maybe a kind of something chemical in the medicine, medical field, you can remove it. But this only for the words. Huh? So these three poisons are the most powerful, dangerous poisons in the world. So Pali, Akusala Moola, Sanskrit, Klesha. Traya means three. In Pali we say ti, no? Even Tipitaka, ti. Pali, Tripitaka, Sanskrit. Okay. Next, please. Those words and deeds arise. Okay. Next. This is the main thing. Whatever the practice we have, This is the main thing that we should practice. Can we remove them quickly? No. Can you remove them, eradicate easily? No. If it is so, that's good, no? That's good. Sometimes we are ordinary people. Ordinary means average person. So in Pali we say putuk jana. In English, many scholars say average person, ordinary person. Or word ling, or another mill person. One scholar monk called Venerable Thanissaro, American monk, uses the word another mill person. I don't know, another mill person, ordinary person, putuk jana. Even there are different levels of putuk janas. Okay? Anyway, everybody has it, and it's not easy to. Yes. With regard to the lay persons, laity, we are advised, or Buddha or anybody can advise us to reduce, suppress, and not allow to increase to higher and higher levels. Okay? So control. How do you control? What's the method? The controlling method, basically known as, according to your knowledge? Okay, guardian says okay. So in a way, that's okay. In a way we can say sila, controlling. Okay? Sila, in its final analysis, can be termed as controlling, suppressing the evil impacts that arise from Lobha, Dosa, Moha, either mentally, verbally, especially verbally and bodily. Okay? Verbally and bodily. So for all the mental, verbal, bodily actions, either evil or wholesome, mind is the basis. Without mind, no. If you say that your mouth speaks, either truth or false, is wrong. Then even a dead body can do it. Because the dead body has mouth, no? When a person dies and the body is fresh, can it speak? No. Mind is gone. So mind is the forerunner. Yes. Okay. So let's go faster. Yeah. Yes, Venerable, you can start. Number one, Lobha. In English, Lobha means greed, attachment, craving. What's craving? Attachment. What is attachment? Greed. What is greed? Lobha. So can you precisely divide these three mental roots? Not precisely, I don't know, I'm not that at level. Anyway, there are characteristics. That's why each mental roots, these unwholesome roots, has their own characteristics. That's why we are able to divide them into three. Okay? Three. So Lobha, greed, attachment, craving. And what's the definition? Whenever your turn. Please read quickly. Attachment, craving, desire, and clinging. Towards what? People, objects, experiences, and outcomes. Even you can say thoughts, no? Here objects means both material and immaterial. Objects means here both material and immaterial. Okay? Yes. Next. Yeah. That's the nature of it. Nature. Lobha always seeks pleasure or possession and resists letting go. You don't like to give up. You don't like to reduce. You like to be detached. You like to grasp, collect, attach, desirous of. That's the nature of it. Yes. Okay. And next slide. What are the characteristics? Let's all read together, please. And relationships. And it has excessive ambition or attachment to status and power. Yes. What are the consequences? of Lobha causes dissatisfaction, causes suffering, frustration. When desires are unmet, it causes suffering. Even it may lead to dosa, hatred, anger, no? That's how they are interconnected. You see? According to the level of desire that you have, or intensity of lobha, and when that is not met, your mind becomes uneasy, uncomfortable, depressed, okay, and frustrated, and it may lead even to more dangerous mental states, and that will lead to more dangerous verbal actions and much more dangerous bodily actions. That's the nature of it. That's the nature. Okay? Yes. Next, please. So, it leads to unethical behavior, immoral behavior, like theft, exploitation, yeah, manipulation. Yes, you can say a lot of things, uneven actions. Then, the negative effect in terms of samsara, a cycle of birth and death and death and birth and birth and death, that's samsara. It reinforces, it strengthens, lengthens samsaric life. Okay? They are the consequences. Okay, what are the remedies, solutions? Lobha. To initiate the reduction of lobha, that's actually at the lower level. But even generosity, dana we can't say, there are different levels of dana, no? So it really becomes dana, chaga or generosity when you have a pure application of mind. If you give anything without expecting anything in turn, that's pure, no? So there are 5 factors that a donor has, and 5 factors, qualities that even the receiver should have. So I'm going to detail that. So chaga is a kind of remedial action to reduce what? Lobha. Practicing giving and letting go. Okay? Everywhere in the world, everywhere in every society, there are people who don't like to give anything at all. Okay? Whether they are poor or not, wealthy, especially wealthy, well-to-do persons can give something, to the world. But some do not give anything at all. Okay? So that's the nature. Generosity is the remedial action. And can you just show me an example from the Buddha's time? A superb giver. Anatha Pindika. Yes. And a lady, Vishaka, yes. So, Anatha Pindika donated Jetavanarama, and Vishaka donated. Yes, that's Bimbaram. Puraram. Bimbaram actually Kema. Okay, Puraram. Yes. So, yes, that's correct. Then, and non-attachment, understanding impermanence. That is a little high level. Impermanence, anicca. So let's talk about what anicca is. Okay, so non-attachment. Then, and for all that, the technique is mindfulness. Mindfulness, that's awareness of craving and its consequences. Awareness of craving and consequences. Now let's say, for example, if somebody blames you, you get quickly hurt. Why? You have so much desire for yourself, ego, I-ness. Then you get angry. Even that is kind of, attachment. Okay, but if you are aware, usually Venerable Nayakathero, especially in the Sri Lankan context, on the roads, people happen to, quickly abuse us. But it's better than earlier now. They don't know whether we are lecturers or whatever. They don't care. They quickly blame. They use, very filthy language. But usually, I never get angry on the road. I just smile and keep going. Yeah, that's my habit, not in one day. I have been practicing it for a long time. Useless. Sometimes it's my fault, sometimes it's not my fault. Okay? Why do we get angry? It's useless. One day something really happened to me. I was just coming along a by lane. So I was to actually proceed to the main road. It was really my fault. Okay? I didn't see a three-wheeler coming from my right side. So it was a narrow escape. Actually, he saw me approaching the main road. I was unaware. So I quickly stopped and he stopped. My God, Nagatero, I think he might have been drunk. Maybe. He blamed me, first of all, calling my mother. And even, when somebody blames my mother using filthy word, I get angry. Even I can't control. Do you believe I have practiced martial art for 8 years? One kind of martial art. Karate. And there is another one called, there's an indigenous martial art called Angampura. I don't know whether you know it. It's a dangerous one. Okay? I can hit one shot, make him knock out. As he was blaming me, something, that's the anger, was rising very rapidly. Okay? And quickly, maybe unintentionally, my hand went to the door handle. So I want to open and hit him. And quickly, my God, even I am getting upset. Okay? I feel that. So I was quickly aware. I was mindful. I just took my hand on my lap and I was looking at him. Okay? I didn't smile, I didn't frown at him, I didn't talk to him. He was blaming for about 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds. Okay? Then he went away. Okay? So I again started my car and then went a certain distance and I stopped my car by the side of the road under a tree and closed my eyes. The anger which has come up here, I don't know. I tried my best to recede it. That's the way. But if I just lost my control of my mind, and what would happen? Actually, that was his area. If I came out and hit him, I think I'm not sure that I would be able to come here today. Yeah, it's a rowdy area. And the three-wheel drivers, very rough people. So that's it. So I have 2-3 instances like that. That's how, So because of my ego and blaming my mother, who is the most closest, dearest person in the world, that's it. So I could try. I was mindful of my anger, the level of anger. Okay? So that's how. We have to be, mindfulness is the main thing. At once, when anger rises, so attachment rises, desire rises, lust rises, you will be aware. Mindfulness. Okay, second one, dosa. Sometimes at certain houses I see dosa, some some kind of a hopper-like thing, Indian. It's also dosa. Dosa here is hatred, aversion, anger. Actually, these words cannot really convey the real meaning of Pali term in its pristine purity. Dosa. Okay, hatred, ill will, aversion, anger, dosa. Even laziness is a certain kind of dosa. Frustration, dosa. Even fear can be taken as dosa. Especially anger. It's very easy, to understand. Anger is dosa. What's the definition? Venerable, you please. Read. Ill will, anger, resentment, Aversion towards others. So you have to understand English words there. Resentment, kind of dislike. Anger is a higher level, dislike. Resentment. Sometimes you don't show the resentment through your bodily features, but inside. Okay? But when you get angry, it is easily visible. Sometimes not. But resentment, hidden, okay? You don't have annoyance, certain dislike, rejection. Aversion is a higher level of anger, okay? Even for Vyapada or Vyapada, that word is used. The higher level of dosa is, yes. Situations, even oneself, no, dosa. What is the opposite of that? Loving kindness, loving metta, yes. Metta to yourself, yes. What are the characteristics of dosa? Please read, sisters, come on. Anger, irritation, hostility toward people, come on, or circumstances, situations. So you can use a lot of words, okay? And intolerance, you don't tolerate, you don't bear up, okay? No patience, okay? Impatience and vindictiveness, okay, understand, yeah. Desire to harm, harass, damage, hurt, punish, even avoid, object of aversion. You try to avoid it. There are different levels, Venerable. Levels. Understanding the levels of Lobha, Dosa, Moha is up to a superior master. And if you are mindful, even you yourself can understand your level of, to some extent, level. Okay. Dosa. So what are the remedies? Remedies, come on. Sorry, no, consequences. Bad impacts, come on. Please read. It leads to mental disturbance. Does it happen? Yes. Mental disturbance. Discomfort. Okay, then stress and conflicts. High results. Conflicts. Okay, son, come on. So, mental disturbance and stress in your mind. And conflict social. So, internal problems, external, all these. Okay? Uneasiness will arise in your mind and you will cause others uneasy. No? First, conflicts arise in your mind and then you cause conflicts in the society, maybe in the family, in the society or among relatives, friends, in every context. Social, economic, professional, environmental, religious, even environmental context, okay? Yes, and it produces harmful actions. Definitely verbal, mental, bodily actions. Violence, cruelty, revenge. So what is behind all this? Dosa. Next, it obstructs spiritual progress and cultivation of positive qualities. In short, bhavana. What is bhavana? Sorry? How to?
Cultivation of mind.
What's cultivation of mind? You give me just this, another word. Meditation means cultivation of mind. A similar synonym. What's cultivation of mind? Meditation. Now let's talk about later. Okay? Okay. Yes. And this dosa disturbs cultivation of mind. Okay. Remedies? Loving kindness, metta. Should be metta, long A. Metta sutta, metta. Sutta is not metta sutta. Why I remember this? Why? You know, in my PhD, in my PhD thesis, I wrote it as metta sutta. Then my supervisor, no, metta sutta. Oh, sorry, thank you very much. Now I remember. Metta sutta, and action is metta. So it's wrong there. Loving kindness, metta, that's cultivation, compassion and goodwill. goodwill. Okay? Even for the cultivation of compassion, karuna, metta is the basis. In short, metta is the mental attitude that you have no any ill will towards yourself and others, or any hurting or any feeling, any wrong attitude. And the action is compassion, karuna. Okay. Then patience, kanti, tolerance and understanding, forgiveness, letting go of resentment and anger, forgiveness, forgive. Very recently, last month, I told my son, advised my son regarding a certain problem. He got angry. I said, no, you forgive him, but don't forget. I told him. So he was even little angry. Father, you tell me, Dhamma. Okay. No, you didn't understand what I said. You forgive him, but don't forget. What do you mean by forgive? So I explained him. Finally he was okay, settled, no? Forgiving means, let's say somebody did something harmful to you. That depends, no? So you should forgive. Why? If you don't forgive, you even bear grudges. You begin to hate. You begin to have, uneasy feelings towards him or her. So who uses... now when you are angry with somebody else, who uses... You yourself use your own heart to have it. You are spoiling your own heart. Okay? That's something practical. If you become angry and keep angry and allow all the angry thoughts to come, that becomes papancha. Series of negative thoughts coming, that is papancha. Papancha is dangerous. If you have no control on lobha, it becomes a process of papancha when a certain incident comes. So when you have a series of negative thoughts, never ending, they come connected to each other and rising up and higher. That's papancha. Okay? So when you get angry, when you feel sort of uneasiness, maybe at night, you have a series of thoughts like filming, papancha. Series of thoughts. You never, even sometimes, even I happen to have such papancha. But quickly, being mindful, I'm thinking of this, thinking over it over again and getting uneasy, uncomfortable. So you should quickly be being mindful, stop it. Papancha is so dangerous. That's why Arhantas, Buddhas and Pacceka Buddhas don't have papancha. Their mind is of the state of nipapancha. The opposite of that. Nipapancha is another word for nibbana, liberation, purified mind. So papancha. If we allow Lobha Dosa Moha to dominate our mind, overpower our mind, okay, and become the master of our mind, and let them increase to a higher level, definitely when a situation comes or a problem arises, your mind becomes full of papanchas related to the particular Lobha Dosa Moha, and you lose control of your mind. Okay? So, forgiveness. So I ask him, forgive him. Why? If you don't forgive him, you're always angry with the person whenever you remember him. Just forget it. Don't spoil your heart. Don't pollute your heart. Okay? That's the idea of forgiving. At the practical level, I just want to tell him. Don't forget means, you're not to be stupid again to help him and, get connected with him, something like that. You should be wise. So he understood. So we had a certain, argument among my son and daughter and wife regarding my statement. Okay, we usually have such talk in my house. That's my family. They're so nice. We argue, even they argue. Oh, how do you forgive them? Finally, they understood. That thing happened, Venerable. So that's how we should give them knowledge, even my son. Forgiving means, so you have a work, you have a journey to go on. If you get entangled with that person, and then what happens? Sometimes there will be a big problem. Sometimes your problem will be end up in the court, no? So your total path is obstructed. You go far and far and far, and then that will be a simple case. Just forgive. Forgive means that forgiving means you forgive yourself. In reality, you forgive yourself. You stop polluting your own heart. But don't forget. If you forget, you are unwise. You are stupid. You are foolish. You will fall into the trap again that he sets. That's it, no? So there are certain things practically that should we do. Okay, this forgiveness is so comprehensive. Letting go of resentment and anger. Even this kind of state or establishment of mind, I am a lay person. But I practice. But I know I am not that clever. I am not that weak. I am practicing. Although I am leading a household life, I am practicing. Sometimes I relapse. But I am not upset. Okay? So, even when I was a young one, I always felt that I am a Buddhist, as mentioned in the birth certificate. Okay? Even at my young age, I was thinking. I had the habit of thinking of everything. Even my friends say, you are overthinker. You are an overthinker, thinking something again and again, even minute things. That's my habit. So I even thought, if I become at least a Buddhist by birth certificate, no, it's not that good. By action. Mental, verbal, bodily action. Even today, as an elderly man, a father, friend, scholar, I try my best to do so. I do it practically. It's something that we have to do every day. We should make it a habitual action. To think of this. Thus I always say we don't have to have a lot of knowledge. Information is necessary, knowledge is necessary, theory is okay. I'm not talking about theory. No, some people think that we should have a lot of knowledge, information regarding something. No. Regarding, this development, if you find a very good teacher who can guide you, and he will or she will guide you to become mindful of all the evil thoughts which arise. If you are mindful of all the thoughts that arise, even at the very moment, that's fine. But when you talk about the Bambalapitiye Rahula Sutta, please remind me, there's a very nice method the Buddha introduced. That is reflected in Bambalapitiye Rahula Sutta. I will talk about it at the end of this. So at the end of this, I'm going to finish this Lobha Dosa Moha and then tell you some practical methods that are found in the Sutta for us to retain in our mind and put into practice. Okay? Okay, let's finish. This one. Next one, we have Moha, the third one. Yes. Yes, so if you fall into the first jhana, tell me, Actually speaking, the most suitable, appropriate hours of learning, what time? Morning. Why? We are fresh, no? Our blood is not hot, environment is fresh. And we have, repaired all our, all those energy that we have wasted. So we get up in the morning. So that is the fresh hour. But now, I know that it was very easy for us to fall into the first trance. No? Okay. That's why I have no lot of talk today. This one. But I'll try to talk about some practical aspect of this. Okay, Moha, delusion, ignorance and confusion. So among these three, it's not my idea. Among these three, Lobha, Dosa, Moha, what is the most harmful, comparatively, most harmful one?
Moha.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Reasons? Reasons? Yeah, ignorance, okay. That is actually a main cause of it. No, the reason is not that. Okay, we'll talk about the reasons, huh? Yeah. Okay. Now let's read definition. What is definition? Come on. Mental confusion, delusion, and ignorance. English. Next. Ignorance. How do you pronounce this word? Not ignorance. I don't know. Ignorance. Okay. I pronounce it as ignorance. Ignorance. Okay. Ignorance of the true nature. Unaware of the true nature. No knowledge of the true nature of reality. Okay. And root cause of greed and hatred. This was the root cause of greed and hatred. This is the root cause of what? Lobha and Dosa. That's one reason. Lobha and Dosa. The first two. This is not easy to be eradicated. I have actually, other than mentioning the Pali term, I will say, so actually I have forgotten the sutta. It will come later on. In a sutta, Buddha says regarding, certain remark about the three, comparatively, first is faulty, second is faulty, and the last one, Moha, is full of faults. It's so powerful. Very powerful. It's not easy to remove it. Now I'll just give a simple example. Okay? Simple, very practical one. So there's one boy who is desirous of getting a motorbike. Let's say that's one of the dreams, not to get a motorbike and to ride it. That's their desire. Even my son is not with him now. But when he was very young, he wanted to have a motorbike. I didn't allow him to buy it, because I don't like to lose him. Okay? There are lots of cases in Sri Lanka. Okay, so now he has a great desire to buy a motorbike. So he forces his father, persuades his father, urges his father to buy a motorbike. But father doesn't give it. So he kept on requesting, but father doesn't give it. So little by little he loses hope. Now he has no such much desire. Desire may be temporarily suppressed. Okay? He doesn't request. But do you think that is, that idea of getting a motorbike will be erased from his mind? No. So it's not a good example. So anyway, in Sinhala Nayaka we say Alpa Savadya, and the last one is Maha Savadya. That means Alpa means less faulty. First two are less faulty. Less faulty with no lots of, let's say, not very, very wrong. It's wrong, huh? Less faulty, but more is full of faults. Very powerful. Very powerful. Not easy to remove. Okay. Yes. What are the characteristics? Come on. Characteristics? Please read. Read aloud, Venerable. Loud reading. Come on. Misperceiving. Perceive, perceiving, misperceiving. Impermanent phenomena as permanent. That's in a way called vipallasa. There's a term in Pali called vipallasa. Perversion. I will explain. You look at something, everybody has it because of moha. Okay? Now, we take what is impermanent as permanent. Okay? What is impermanent as permanent? Anicca as nitya. Is it clear? That is vipallasa. And dukkha as sukha. Totally opposite. Although we talk about anitya, dukkha, anatta, we also have that certain level of vipallasa, perversion, the opposite. Okay? So we take impermanent phenomena or anicca as nicca. Okay? And dukkha as sukha. And anatta as atta. In short, that is vipallasa, totally opposite, isn't it? Now, for example, a practical example. Okay, a boy falls in love with a girl, and the girl, after 6 months, goes away, or maybe the other way around. Okay, so he loses hope. So he thinks that is permanent, no? His attachment is permanent, his love is permanent. Okay? That's a kind of vipallasa. Sometimes that vipallasa, that wrong ditti, no? It's a kind of wrong ditti. He feels that is nicca, permanent. No, that is also something impermanent, no? And he even commit suicide. So, taking what is impermanent as permanent, that is vipallasa, that is moha. Taking dukkha as sukha, okay, let's say suffering as pleasant, that is vipallasa. And taking anatta as atta, vipallasa. So moha is that. Moha is that. Moha, okay. I think you remember I told you in my first lecture or second lecture, okay, something practical, not a big thing. Another vehicle came and hit my car, no, from behind. Okay? So if I was so much attached to it, and as you know, permanent is not something that should not happen. I know that it has already happened. Okay? And not to be worried. And worry doesn't actually help me. It has happened now. So after settlement of my mind, I didn't get out when the other van came and hit behind my car. Okay? So I know that. That's something not permanent, no? These things happen. So slowly and slowly I got out of the car and went not very much damaged. Okay? So these are things that we should develop. These are high level. So the characteristics of moha, that you think everything is permanent. Nothing is dukkha, no? You don't believe, although you understand that everything is impermanent, anicca, but you don't practically do it. You think that everything is nicca. Okay? That's a big case. Then, come on, failing to understand. You fail to understand what? Karma. Or karma. And ethical consequences. Then attachment to self, ego, moha, false notions of identity. So when the last case, when the last case is too much, even you may have mental frustrations. You may have deep depression in modern world. What is depression? What is depression? If you have lots of thoughts, papancha-like thoughts, negative thoughts, okay, connected to the past, worries and everything, you feel frustrated. And that is spoken as what? Depression in modern world. Depression, no? Depression. And you have a lot of, worries about the future. Frustration. Maybe you have worries about your marriage, young people, or economic conditions, or your certainty of your job, or whatever. So then you have lots of problems, mental states, papancha-like states coming, and then you feel suffering. And suffering is called in modern sense anxiety. The suffering related to past is in modern sense known as depression. And the suffering which you have related to future, thoughts, no? All thoughts. Anxiety. Suffering. But whatever you have related to past or future, you feel now. That is stress. Suffering is always present moment. Now all our thoughts, you just analyze it. It's not, we don't have much science or Buddhist knowledge or whatever. If you are mindful of all the thoughts which arise in your mind, if you just calculate, most of the thoughts either belong to past or future. But any thoughts that, that are related to past and that cause a lot of suffering, and any thoughts that are, that arise in terms of future, that cause suffering, you suffer at the present moment. Suffering is present. You think of the past, now. You think of the future, now. Now, the present moment of the suffering. Is it clear? So, these are the three things. Nothing else. Nothing else. Whatever which is, mentioned in the modern world, that's good, really good. Depression, anxiety, and stress. These are the three words that are used in the modern psychology or psychotherapy. Okay? So they are all thoughts. They arise because of the thoughts. Negative thoughts and unwholesome thoughts. Okay? And for these unwholesome thoughts, Lobha, Dosa, Moha, the roots. Okay? So, characteristics of Moha, you fail to understand. You have wrong idea. Okay? And the higher level of Moha is Miccha Ditti. So let's talk about the higher levels. Higher levels are really, they are also harmful, but if you have a control, that's good. Okay, Buddha, so we should be very careful. Even I usually, I don't like to advise, but I advise young monks. Usually, Nayaka in Sri Lankan context, this is not a criticism, but I have to say it openly as a scholar and one who is trying to, even correct myself and be knowledgeable. So I am now 59 years old. Okay, 59 years old. For about 30, 40 years, I have been listening to Dhamma talk by local, at funeral houses, at sometimes, in Dana events, So most of the Dhamma talks I have been listening for more than 30, 40 years have the same frame, no change. But there are some good monks, clever monks, intelligent monks. They actually balance both the traditional thing and the new, not new, Dhamma, But usually, I have been listening to the same, Nakatero, I'm not wrong to say that. So I have been listening to the same Dhamma content. It has been obsolete, outdated. You know what happens? I'm frankly speaking. So all the householders, when the monk begins to preach Dhamma, switch off. Consciously, unconsciously, they switch off because they know what the monk is going to say. It's very bad. Some are really bad. Even whether the monk preaches good Dhamma, they are out. There are cases, but I'm talking about the general factor. Okay? So Buddhism, Buddha's teaching, we have very nice teaching, practical teaching, But there are, very skillful young and elderly experienced monks who preach Dhamma very nicely, in a practical way, in a most catchy way, and attracting all the minds of the audience. Okay? There are things like that. Therefore, usually, when you talk about the suttas used by the Buddha for preaching Dhamma to the householders, you analyze it. Buddha never asked the householders to eradicate Lobha, Dosa, Moha at once. Is it clear? Is it clear? So one of the main defects or shortcoming that our Dhamma preachers have, at the beginning they say, okay, eradicate Lobha, Dosa, Moha. How can I do that? We know that we should eradicate Lobha, Dosa, Moha, but no. Actually, first we should begin from a lower level where we are, Control. At least you should never allow these Lobha Dosa Moha to rise to higher level. What are the higher levels? Abhijja, Vyapado, Vyapada, and Miccha Ditti. What is the highest level of Lobha? A term, intensity of Lobha. Come on. Abhijja. That's a Pali term. So Lobha and Abhijja, the same thing but higher level. Those are higher level. Vyapado, Vyapad. Vyapado, Vyapad. High level. Next. And Moha, Miccha Ditti. Miccha Ditti. So we should not we try our level best to reduce Lobha Dosa Moha systematically, little by little, every day, no? And that is the practice. That is the continuous practice. Okay? And if you lose control of the mind, and especially you have no mindfulness, and your Lobha level, Dosa level, Moha level will increase, keep increasing. And such defilements are termed in English as fermentations. Do you understand the word fermentations? You know fermentations? Ferment. Okay? Fermentation is a kind of alcoholic reaction that takes place when you take toddy and keep it sweet toddy, you know? So increase. That is harmful. That's really harmful to yourself, to others, and everybody. That's harmful to individual life, family life, social life, educational life, professional life, economic life, political life. What else? Cultural life, religious life, and environmental life. Are there any other life on earth? Are there any other life on earth except these? That's the main problem. Level of Lobha Dosa Moha should be controlled and should be suppressed. Just pressed down. Suppressed. Okay? Subdued. Reduced. Eradication is not possible at once for people like us. But once you actually are on the path, you have gone forth, this Samanera, no? That's another step forward. And Pabbajja life, much more step forward, no? Comparatively easy, but not that easy. We know that how our Theras, even bearing, you know, do you think that it's very easy to bear this robe? Even just wear as a garment? Not easy. Not easy. So of course we can actually come out of the house and run and walk and laugh. No, we can do anything we like. Because we are upasakas. Even upasakas should be controlled, but we are lay persons, no? But it's very difficult for the monks because there's tradition. Not only tradition and vinaya. Just forget vinaya, but tradition, no? Lots of things are there. That's why it's not easy. So when I approach here, I saw you, Venerable, rising. I say, no, sit, no? Because although I am teacher, you are far, little bit ahead of me. Okay? So, okay, yes, Moha. And then let's wind up. Consequences, come on, read again. Leads to unwise decisions. If your mind is so much deluded. You know, delusion is not that easy thing, huh? So Venerable Devadatta, the cousin of the Buddha, was so deluded. Although he kept close company with the Buddha, he was so deluded. See the dangerous impact of delusion. And he wanted to be the leader of the Sangha. And he was finally that mentality, ego, desire, moha, led him even to kill the Buddha. You see? He wanted to kill the Buddha. Therefore, he committed two of the heinous crimes. My God, yes. That, okay. So he was talking about karma, no? Karma can be managed, even changed, even controlled. Okay? Yeah. This afternoon, no? Yes. So he knows the karma concept very well. Okay? But there are certain karmas which give effects in this life. Maybe next life, maybe someday, another life. And some become, nullified. Doesn't give results. But there are certain karma that you have to face the consequences even you become the Buddha or let's say Arahant, no? For example, Arahant Mahamoggalan Tero, no? So, such karmic actions that definitely give consequences. You can't escape. 5 heinous crimes. Come on. Patricide, matricide, killing one's own mother, father. Come on. There's an order. Next. Killing an arahant. 4th. Sangha Veda, causing schism or splitting Sangha and hurting the Buddha. So Venerable Devadatta, because of his deluded mind, see the intensity of his delusion, the level of his delusion. He wanted to kill the Buddha. And he hurt the Buddha, let the Buddha's feet, one foot, or toe bleeding, and caused schism. Okay, so Moha is such a big, very harmful force in mind, delusion. Okay, the consequence leads to unwise decisions, and perpetuation means continuous suffering. Then it fuels, fuels Lobha and Dosa. You see? And it causes also Lobha and Dosa, other 2 unwholesome roots. Yeah. So elder brother is Moha, and his other brothers are Lobha and Moha. When the elder brother goes astray, misleading, others are following like that, no? Okay. Then prevents awakening. By obscuring means covering panya, wisdom. Okay? And the remedy is wisdom. Panya. Seeing things, what is panya here? Seeing things as they truly are. Yata bhuta jnana. So don't think that you should attain arahantship to see the yata bhuta. That is the highest yata bhuta jnana. If you at least understand, let's say that we have not realized tilakkana, no? Tilakkana means anicca dukkha anatta. But we have certain understanding, certain level of understanding. You see how I use that in my practical life. When somebody blamed me, when another car came and hit my car, no? I use it. Okay? When my brother died, about 3 years ago, no need to say. Even we don't know how it happened. A bag of jewelry, maybe, I wonder whether to believe, but 2 million jewelry was lost in my house. We don't know who took it. Okay, and my wife was upset for 2-3 days. Even she's good. So now forget it. Finish. Your worry doesn't bring the bag back. What happens is that you are even losing your mind. You lose your jewelry and you are losing your mind. Both. Why do you lose both? Then she said, it's not your jewelry, it's my jewelry. Yeah, I know. My jewelry. Okay, let's buy some more. Okay, but don't worry. Worry doesn't help. I kept telling later, okay, even today we don't know who took it. We can't suspect anybody. Okay, so it's easy to advise somebody, no? Very easy. But when it comes to us, actually that is when you face a problem or situation, or it's there that you show your strength. There that Okay, therefore these things are very important. So, seeing things as they are. So, you don't have to have, actually we are on the way of practicing. And don't be discouraged, thinking that you haven't understood Anicca Dukkha Anatta. But you have a good understanding, practical understanding. That is also even enough, no? Okay, yes. Now, seeing things as they truly are, that is impermanent, unsatisfactory, non-self. What is that? Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta. Are they created by the Buddha? Are they invented by the Buddha? No. This Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta, even Buddha says, okay, even the Buddhas appears in the world or not, Buddhas appear in the world or not, Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta nature is there. Is it clear? Whether you're Buddhist or non-Buddhist, whether you accept or disagree with it, in short, whether the Tathagatas appear in the world or not, whether they preach or not, Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta nature is the nature of the world, all the mental, physical phenomena. Even Paticcasamuppada, dependent co-arising, not a teaching invented by the Buddha. It has been there. Okay? So, understanding the things as they are, Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta. But, okay, remedy. Meditation, that's mind development. Mindfulness is the technique that should focus your attention. Cultivating clear awareness and insight. High levels, no? Study of Dhamma, learning Buddha's teachings to reduce ignorance. They are the remedies. Remedies. And the last one is the beginning. Now, quickly, let's read fast. Interrelation of the three poisons, Lobha, Dosa, Moha. They are interrelated. Let's read fast. And so much knowledge is not necessary. It makes your mind heavy. Okay? But we need knowledge, no? Yes. Lobha, Dosa, Moha arise due to Moha. Due to Moha, because of Moha. Okay? Moha is the underlying ignorance. Underlying ignorance. Can Samatha Bhavana, Samatha, you know Samatha Bhavana? Concentration meditation, or we call calmness meditation, tranquility meditation, one-pointed meditation, Samatha Bhavana, which has been existing even before the Buddha. Can Samatha Bhavana totally eradicate Lobha, Dosa, Moha? No. Suppress. It can suppress the higher levels of Lobha, Dosa, Moha. Kama Chanda. What is Kama Chanda? High level of Lobha. Bhayapada. High level of Dosa. So what are that? They are known as Pancha Nivarna, no? Pancha Nivarna. So Lobha, Dosa, Moha, in analysis, Pancha Nivarna, 5 hindrances. Okay? They are further analyzed. And further analyzed, when they actually keep a person tied to the sansaric life, fetters, sangyojana, uddambagi, orambagi, higher and lower fetters, 10 fetters. Whenever they are none other than the further analysis. Don't worry. 3 unwholesome roots, Lobha, Dosa, Moha. Further analysis into 5 aggregates. Okay? But at higher different levels, when somebody is kept to the sansaric life, and in the perpetual, sansaric life, they are known as fetters, sangyojana. Okay? In the Vattupama Sutta, Vattu Upama, similarly of the white cloth. So these have been again analyzed into 16. Same thing. Lobha, Dosa, Moha into 5, 10, 16. In his commentary, 18. In the Salleka Sutta, in a practical way, 44. How nice the Buddha's teaching is. Analysis. And in the Abhidhamma, Nagatoro 1500, no? So they are further and further, even in subtle form, analyzed by the Buddha. That's analysis. Can you finish studying them? No, never. We can't do it. Okay? But we have to practice, and one day you will learn them, no? So, that is interrelation. So, the underlying ignorance. Okay? So, all the underlying major and hidden and very powerful kilesas can be eradicated not through samatha bhavana but through vipassana bhavana. Vipassana. Jnana bhavana in other terms. Okay? Okay, yes. So, without attachment, hatred cannot fully arise. Okay. Now, together these three, Lobha, Dosa, Moha, fuel or cause happen a cycle of samsara and unwholesome actions. So, depicted in the Bhava Chakra, wheel of life, this is certain simile. You see, rooster. Rooster is a big chicken, no? Male chicken. Rooster. Greed. Snake is, compared to hatred, dosa. And pig. Delusion. You think why they are used so, huh? Not me. Okay, and the summary. You're going to finish. Come on, please read. Lobha, Dosa, Moha are fundamental obstacles, impediments, obstructions, fundamental on the Buddhist path. Then, so cultivation of the opposites of the, what is the opposite of the Lobha, Dosa, Moha? Alobha, Adosa, Amoha. Come on. Alobha, Adosa, Amoha. In English, non-greed, non-hatred, non-delusion. Yes. Cultivation of their opposites, that is generosity, counters or help overcome greed, loving kindness counters hatred, mitta, and wisdom counters delusion. So reducing these three poisons, Lobha, Dosa, Moha, leads to ethical behavior, that is the higher development of sila, and then mental purification, or we call samadhi, inner peace and spiritual awakening, panya, nibbana. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, how do you begin? So I want to emphasize, how to practice sila. This is not my method. So I have collected some methods, about 7 methods depicted in many suttas. So I don't mention the sutta, but if you want, I can say Salayaka Sutta, Sangiti Sutta, Chundakamara Putta Sutta, Sikha Sutta, some suttas. Okay? So when I was reading to collect data, to prepare notes, you see, one day suddenly, not suddenly, but, oh, there are wonderful methods. Why don't I collect them and expose? 7 methods in brief. 7 methods. There are methods found in everywhere, okay? Not everywhere, many suttas. Number 1, you see, usually say when you recite Panchasila, Veramani, no? Veramani is basically refrain. Refrain. Okay, refrain. So you can take it one method. Let's take one. You don't blame, blame, harsh words, or don't tell lies. You refrain from telling lies. Number 1. How many methods? 7. This is the first one. Then you observe it. Samadhyami. Am I correct? I observe it. There you apply your mentality, mind there. Refrain means just refrain. You don't do it physically. But maybe in your mind you are spoiled, no? Okay? Refrain, number 1. Number 2, observance. Number 2, observance. 1 and 2. What is the third? In the suttas like Chundakamara Buddha, Buddha says, you abandon it. Abandon. I'm just going by the English words. Refrain from telling lies. Come on. Observe the precept of refrain from telling lies. And then you abandon that. Abandon. You never do it. Abandon. even in the Chavalata Sutta, you encourage others to do it. Atta paratta. Okay? You encourage. Now what is number 1? You refrain from it. You observe sort of certain mindfulness. Come on. You abandon it. You never do it. Next, you encourage others to do it. You encourage others. So at least these 4 steps, 4. When you are engaged in these 4 steps, what happens that your mind is totally engaged in the process, you know. You refrain, you observe, you are mindful on that, then you abandon it, you never, for your own sake, for sake of a reward of somebody else, for a personal gain, you never do it. Even for a temporary gain, you never do it, you abandon it. And next one, you encourage others to do it. Appreciate. 1, 2, 3. So tell me 1, 2, 3 again quickly. Refrain from telling lies. Observance, the precept of refrain from telling lies. You abandon it. And encourage others not to tell lies. They of course is possible, no? At a certain level, possible. At least. But it's from there that the higher level starts. Actually, we can't say 7, but basically 7. Nah? What is the 5th one? 5th, according to Sutta. Appreciate to encourage others. Even appreciation is there. Appreciate. Encourage is better. Encourage. But encourage is the word that is mentioned in many suttas. Huh? Encourage others. Not to tell lies. 5th one is actually 5th, 7th and 8th. Sorry, 6th and 7th. Okay? 5th one. Practice that sila according to righteousness. That is the English translation there. Practice it according to righteousness. Dhammika. What is righteousness? That is actually comprehensively toward the entire society. If there are no any persons in the world, you don't have to tell lies. Even tell truth, no? Only you. Okay? Only you there. But if there's another one, 2, 3, 4, 5, there the problem arises, no? When you counteract. So, therefore, practice that sila, that precept, according to righteousness. Righteousness. You and others. Okay? You and others. Refrain, you. And observe by yourself. Okay? Abandon by yourself. Encourage others. Atta paratta. Then righteousness, you and others. Number 5. 6. Practice it in accordance to Dhamma. Mental development. Dhamma means they are actually mental development. Dhamma. And what is the final? In perfection. In perfection. Visuddhi. Sila Visuddhi. That's how these methods are. Not in one sutta, in several suttas. So I collected. Okay? So shall we, come on, let's start. Number 1. Refrain, Veramani. Samadhyam, you say that, no, observe. Number 3. Abandon. 4. Encourage others. So these 4 are okay, no? Then last 3. Practice in conformity with righteousness. Practice according to righteousness. Practice according to Dhamma. That's your own development. Dhamma is there. There, according to Sutta. Then practice in according to is total purification. Total purification. Visuddhi. That's how Sila can be practiced. Okay? In tradition, you can recite, but reciting is not Buddhism. That's cultural Buddhism. We are not to criticize at all. No? Recitation is also important. No? At least when people are reciting Musavada, Hermani, Sikkapada, Samadhi, that's also good. With, if you are totally aware of the recital, that's also good. But Sila is something that you should not, something to put into action. Sila has no religion, no? Okay? Even in the Islamic teaching, 5 pillars. You just read 5 pillars. But there are, certain differences are there according to individual application. And 10 commandments in Christianity, no? Not all the same, but same, no? Even Panchasila was not totally introduced new by the Buddha. Even it existed even before the Buddha. In Jainism, you have 5 vows. 5 vows. So traditional. Panchavara. Refraining from killing, refrain from stealing, refrain from sexual conduct. No misconduct. Sexual conduct. No place for laypersons there. Okay? Refrain from telling lies. Refrain from everything. Sarva viramana. Even they remove clothes, no? Some wear clothes. Shetambara, Digambara, there are cases like that. So these things are there. But therefore Panchasila has no religion, not because of that. So development of Panchasila, let's say at least Panchasila, then Attasila, Dasila, that's higher and higher, no? Okay? And then by the Theravada monks, Theravada, 227 types of sila, Patimokka, no? And for nuns, 311. So higher, subtle. So Panchasila. So when you practice, you keep in mind, come on, refrain. Please read with me. Refrain, observe, abandon, encourage, practice in accordance with righteousness. Then Dhamma, then purification. Yes. So what is the connectivity, interconnectedness of this? So I like to just talk about, let's stop soon. Here's a nice story. Not a story, yeah? It's something that really happened at the time of the Buddha. Have you heard Arahant Mahathera Punna? There are several Punnas, no? And Sariputta Mahathera, you heard, no? So Sariputta Arahant Mahathera wanted to know. So he came to know that Arahant Punnathera was so versed, clever at preaching Dhamma. He was very clever at preaching Dhamma. He has his own peculiar system of preaching Dhamma. So he wanted to see whether it was true. Okay? So however, Punnathera came to meet the Buddha and he was going back and he wanted to have relaxation. So he just went to a nearby park to relax. So Punnathera was walking and right behind him, unseen by him, Arahant Sariputta Thera was following. See how humble he was. Both Arahant Theros. So both began to relax, and Punnathera was relaxing in a certain place, and not far from him, Sariputta Thera was relaxing. So in the evening they got up. Now Arahant Sariputta Thera approached Punnathera to cut a long story short. He asked, how you, preach Dhamma, something like that. Then he gave a wonderful preaching. Satta Visuddhi. Satta Visuddhi. Sevenfold purity. Sevenfold purity. What is it? Sevenfold purification. Satta Visuddhi. That covers all the teachings of the Buddha in short. Everything is there. Starting from Sila. What is the first? Sila Visuddhi. Then, because of that, Chitta Visuddhi. And because of that, so Rathavinita Sutta of Majjhima Nikaya. Why it is known as Rathavinita? Let's see. Sila Visuddhi, Chitta Visuddhi, and on the basis of Chitta Visuddhi, Ditti Visuddhi. Ditti, right, kind of right to you, no delusion. Delusion is there, not very much deluded. Moral purity, mental or mind purity, and purity of view, Ditti Visuddhi. You see? Don't just study them. Sila, and on the basis of Sila Visuddhi, Chitta Visuddhi, mental purity. And on the basis of mental purity, Ditti Visuddhi. When you have a type of right seeing or Ditti view, you have no doubt. You have no doubt. Kanka Vitarna Visuddhi. You see, they are interconnected. When you have no doubt, you know what is a path, what is non-path. Magga, amagga. Magga means path, amagga means non-path. Wrong path and right path. Magga, jnana dasana. And that way, finally, jnana dasana. Wisdom. Why? Then Arahant Sariputta Thero asked, how do you prove it? Explain it further, please. So the Thero just fabricated a story, maybe a sample story. Okay, King Kosala wanted to go on a journey. He came out of his palace in his BMW car. No, his the best royal cart. Okay, he got onto the best royal cart and went on a certain distance and got down. I don't know, maybe for a secret reason, no? Then he got onto the second cart and went on a certain distance. And then onto the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and seventh. Okay? So when you ask, oh your majesty, how did you come to this place? I came in my cart, seventh cart. How did you come to the seventh cart? Because of the sixth cart. And how? Fifth. Okay? Fourth, third, second, and first. It's because of the first cart, you came to the second cart. Because of the second cart, you came to the third cart. Ratha Vinita. Ratha means chariot. Real word is chariot there. Chariot. You see? So using the same, that methodology, kind of analogy, simile, okay, Sapta Visuddhi. On the basis of Sila, Chitta Visuddhi, Chitta, no? So when your mind is full of dussila, no? Immoral conditions, do you have Chitta Visuddhi? No. Your mind is not pure, no? I mean, it's disturbed. And if you have no kind of pure mind, you have lots of wrong views, no? No Ditti Visuddhi. No Ditti Visuddhi. If you have no Ditti Visuddhi, you have lots of doubts. This and that. So they are interconnected. So read it, please. So these are interconnected. That's why it's known as Rathavinisa Sutta. Okay. Okay. For all these, we have been. You can actually summarize. For example, mindfulness is the main thing. Mindfulness. Okay. So Ambalattika Rahula Sutta is a practical one. So Buddha, when giving instruction to young Rahula under the mango stone, Ambalattika Rahulo Vada. Ambalattika, the place. Rahulo Vada, instruction to Rahula, noise Rahula. So you have also noises, no? Noise doesn't depend on the age. That's a tradition. Okay. So Buddha said, just take one. Before you, I think I told you this, before you perform let's say a verbal action, mindful whether that verbal action is harmful to you, harmful to others, harmful to both. You see, you, others, and both. Atta paratta ubhayatta. You first and others later. No, in a simultaneous line. Harmful to you, harmful to others, harmful to both. Before you speak, that's the most important thing there. Before you speak, while you are speaking, after you have spoken. doesn't it give you a very practical way how to use mindfulness? Before you speak something, while you are speaking something, while you are speaking, and after you have spoken, at least one minute after, or at least in the evening. I have the habit of, just not a concrete habit, but I just, the habit, in the evening, I just try to remember, did I do anything wrong? Or did I say this, what I said to him is wrong? It's okay. I just think. Okay? Usually I do, before I say something, I think of it, whether it's so, practice. That's the practice. And next, that is the negative aspect of it. Then Buddha says, before you speak something, mindful whether it's beneficial to you, beneficial to others, beneficial to both. Before you perform it, while you are performing it, after you have performed it, how nice it is. That's how you should be mindful of your mental, verbal, bodily actions before you perform, while you are performing, after you have performed. That's the best way. Finish. Okay, I'll give you time to ask question and I try my best to answer. But before that, so we have been talking about bhavana many times. If somebody asks you, I want to share some knowledge with you. If I am wrong, tell me. If somebody asks you, what is bhavana? How do you answer? Bhavana, what is bhavana? Meditation is another word. What's meditation? So you say cultivation of mind, growing mind, training of mind, meditation, you say. But what it is? In one sentence, come on. What's bhavana? You just, come on. Sister, what's bhavana? Meditation is a word, similar word. The translation of bhavana is not a complete translation. Sorry? Training mind is also, in a way that's good. They are the, synonyms, no? Some people say, even FBIC, or listen to this song is a bhavana. Bhavana ko age. What is bhavana? Even they say concentration is bhavana. Not samadhi bhavana, but concentration. No, concentration is a technique. Without concentration, you can't engage in bhavana. Mindfulness is the main technique, and mindfulness arises in the concentrated mind. There are two techniques, but what is bhavana? In short, bhavana is development of wholesome qualities of mind. Not my collecting many, the essence of suttas. Many suttas, Dasusara Sutta and many, and even the commentaries. Because I have a study, and my PhD is on bhavana. Even I had the same problem. So I collect and consulted my supervisors, professors, and according to many suttas, we can say bhavana is what? Development or cultivation of what? Wholesome qualities of mind. Okay? Bhaveti kusala dhamme vaddeti iti bhavana. Pali. Don't just say concentration. Concentration, we have two types of concentration. Wrong concentration and right concentration. Okay? Miccha samadhi and samma samadhi. And some, modern people, be now. But they say something, okay? This moment, be this moment. Even this moment, even a robber can be this moment. He can be mindful. He can be mindful of what he's doing. Be in this moment positively, not negatively. No? Wholesome. So, bhaveti kusala dhamme vaddeti bhavana, development of wholesome qualities of mind. That is the real one according to Sutta. And the commentary, bhaveti kusala dhamme etayati vaddeti asevati bhavana. That is, association of wholesome qualities, development of wholesome qualities, and application of wholesome qualities. These three words are very important. Association of wholesome qualities, development of wholesome qualities, and application of wholesome qualities. From the commentary. What is commentary? Attakatha. Further elaborations, further interpretations based on the sutta. Sutta by the Buddha. Bhavetu kusala dhamme vaddeti bhavana. Do you believe it? Do you accept it? No, I don't accept it. How do you prove it? If you really just look at, with this I will wind up. According to Aryattangika Magga, the factor Aryattangika Magga, Noble Eightfold Path, which has been analyzed, synthesized into three, not by the Buddha, by Arahant Dhammadinna theory at the time of the Buddha, Sila Samadhi Panya. Not by the Buddha, Buddha endorsed it. Sila Samadhi Panya. Sila Samadhi. Samadhi, the khanda, the section, contains three factors. Come on. Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi, Samma Vayama. If you just study Samma Vayama, Bhavetu Kusala Dhamme Vaddeti Bhavana can be proved. What is Samma Vayama? What is Samma Vayama? You know it. That's Bhavana. The beginning of Bhavana. Come on. Samma Vayama. That is of two factors mainly. Suppression, reduction, eradication of akusala. Kusala, kusala, no? Akusala. What is present, now let's say, you should be mindful of what is, mindful of the negative qualities present in mind. Why? Why? Not to allow them to increase, but to start suppressing and eradicating. That is one aspect of akusala which is present in the mind. And certain akusala chittas invading your mind, coming agantuka kilesi, coming, you should prevent them. So akusala, regarding akusala chittas, there are two aspects. Suppressing, eradicating and preventing. Sammavayama, right effort. What is meant by sammavayama? Four types of effort. Akusala and kusala, no? Two. Kusala, you should be mindful of what is, of all the good qualities present in mind. Why? To further increase, develop further and further to a high level. And there are certain, and you should be mindful of good qualities which are not present in mind. Bring them and cultivate. So these are the four factors described in Samma Vayama. Samma Vayama. So Samma Vayama. So this idea, Bhaveti Kusala Dhamme Vaddeti Bhavana. And even the negative is there. Akusala Dhamma should be eradicated. Kusala Dhamma should be developed. And you should use mindfulness for that. Mindfulness arises in the concentrated mind. That is the main issue discussed in the Bhaya Bhairava Sutta. Bhaya Bhairava. Fear and terror sutta. Fear and terror. You feel frustrated, fear and terror when your mind is not fortified, protected with sila. Sila provides a strong psychological strength. And there fear or frustration or doubt, weakness doesn't arise. When there is no such thing, concentration comes. When concentration is there, mindfulness can be focused. Without mindfulness, no Samma Vayama. Samma Vayama, in the broader sense, Bhaveti Kusala Dhamme Vaddeti Bhavana. Development of wholesome qualities of mind. And even the problem discussed in the Meghiya Sutta is that monk Meghiya wanted to meditate. So he wanted to go alone. On the way he saw a mango park, Ambavana. But Buddha said, no, don't go. You go with the Kalyana, with the master. He didn't care. He went there and tried to concentrate, but no concentration came. He came back. Okay, what is bhavana? Development of mind, in one word. Development what? Yeah, yes. So in a broader sense you can say, bhavana is suppression, subduing, reducing, eradication of unwholesome qualities of mind, that's the negative factor. What is the positive factor? Development of wholesome qualities from lower level to middle and higher level. So, Bhavati Kusadame, what is the Bhavana? In the Attakatha, association of wholesome qualities, you see, association of wholesome qualities, seal and all that. Development of wholesome qualities and application of wholesome qualities. Bhavati Kusadame, Aseyati, Vaddeti, Etayati, Aseyati, Vaddeti, Etayati Bhavana. So in English that's easier. Okay, Bhavana is development of wholesome qualities of mind. Thank you very much. And today is my last lecture. So I'm very happy to finish it. even lecturing is not that easy. You have to, one is responsibility. No, we should keep in mind the time. Okay, so I should come here and deliver and use some energy. No, I keep standing, so I'm concentrated. Sometimes I forget certain things. Although I have some notes there, I have a plan in my mind. No, yes. Anyway, I have been very really enjoying talking to you. So I'm not, as always say, not perfect in Dhamma, but I'm also a practitioner. But I have reading and experience as a lecturer. Even I learn from my students. And fortunately, I have MA, MPhil, PhD students, So when I go back, I have to I have to take 3 months to examine 2 PhD theses. So when I examine, sometimes I had to read suttas again to check whether the content is okay. So constantly I'm in the practice of learning, no? That's the way. Okay, learning and applying, okay? That's it. Okay, that's all we have time for, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy that all these have been organized by our Nayaka Theros, Vinita Thero, and even Mr. Leslie. Although I came here several times, but this is my first time to here to participate in the Novitiate program. Even last time I was invited, I refused because I was very busy. I sent Ashoka, Dr. Ashoka. No, okay. Even this time I refused, but they urged me to come. So I came. Anyway, I'm very happy. I'm lucky. So if they invite me, I will come next time. So sometimes I may see you as Upasika, or maybe, I don't know, and as noise monk, or maybe, okay, as you like. You have the independence, no? Yes, whether you wear your robe or this Upasaka, you can practice. But being in the robe, practice is easier. Okay? Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you.